Hey, welcome to my kitchen. Over my years of playing with these bodybuilding shakes, I think I finally got one that's worth sharing on YouTube and bodybuilding.com. Anyway, we're going to start off with it's a chocolate shake, and you can make this strawberry however you want to do it. I prefer chocolate, but we're going to start off with 2 cups of ice. So that's good. No calories, no carbs. Put that on in there. Not only is this shake pretty tasty, I like the art of consuming, so I make it pretty big so I can eat a lot. As you can tell, I'm kind of fighting it right now to make the Midwest states here in 7 weeks. After we get the ice in there, we're going to go ahead and put in our protein. This is just your double rich chocolate, Optimum Whey. Good stuff, and it's cheap. I like cheap. Just 1 scoop of that. That's 24 grams of protein right there, 3 grams of carbs, and like 1 gram of fat. And then, because I'm getting ready to go to bed, we're going to go with 1 scoop of casein. You can make this heavier in the whey, put it all away, or part casein, however you want to do it, to make it, whether you're going to bed or post-workout. But anyway, we're going to go with 1 scoop of this. Excellent. Not to mention it makes it a little bit more rich and frothy, more like a milkshake. Now, for anybody who's on a low-carb diet, I'm going to use milk in my shake. For one, it adds more protein, casein protein for me for the evening time while I'm sleeping. I don't want to go catabolic. But if you're on low carbs and you're not drinking milk and you want to cut the lactose out of it, you don't have to put this in there. It can be done straight with water. But I'm going to go ahead and put a ½ cup of milk in mine. So this is non-fat milk, just something you can normally get anywhere you go. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. And then I've got my water I'm carrying around all the time. And yes, it's in a Miller Lite mug, but no big deal. It's not Miller Lite. I'm going to use that to thin it out. Along with this, cinnamon. I'm just going to put some in there. I like cinnamon. You guys can go more or less, however you want to drink it or eat it. It's no big deal. And then sugar-free chocolate flavored syrup. This stuff is great. I didn't even know it existed until probably like 3 or 4 months ago. With Splenda, it's like got 4 carbs, no fat, and like 1 gram of protein for 2 tablespoons. Tablespoon's pretty good size, so we'll go with 2 tablespoons of this. And then there's always some at the bottom. You can actually lick this out, but I'm not going to do that because that's kind of gross on TV. All right. Now, because I get a little fat before I go to bed, I also get 10 grams of fat out of peanuts, which ends up being 22 or so grams. So we're just going to weigh these guys out on the handy dandy scale here. 22 exactly. Look how that is. Excellent. Go ahead and dump those guys right on in there too. Once again, if you don't like peanuts or you're trying to cut out fat, you don't have to put them in there. Actually, you can't even really taste them when they're in there. But they do add a little salt. And then I'm going to put 3 more of these individual packages of Splenda in there. These actually do quite a bit, sweetening it up. So I'll put 3 of those guys in there. And then because I like the old coffee flavor in my chocolate, I'm also going to put a little bit of coffee in mine. Just your normal crushed or grounds. You can probably put whole beans in there. It's no big deal. They'll crush up in the blender. So put that in there and just however much you want. And yes, I know it's got caffeine in it, and I'm getting ready to go to bed, but caffeine doesn't bother me like some of you guys. So that's up to you. Put it in there or not. All right, now we're just gonna liquefy this up a little bit here with a little bit of extra water. And my blender is a piece of junk, to say the least. So I really have to give it a little bit of extra help here. So I've got this spoon. That's if it even turns this over. Put the lid on it. I don't want the ceiling dirty. And go ahead. Get all that protein off the side. We don't want to miss anything, right? Go up a couple notches here. Oh yeah, look at that. Probably can't hear me because it's loud and junky. Anyway, we get all the protein off the sides of this. that's it. And then you've got a shake. It's chocolate, mocha, whatever you want to call it, with a little extra fat. And once again, you don't have to use the milk, you don't have to use the peanuts. And you're looking at something around 50 to 60 grams of, actually less than that. It depends on how much protein you want to use. The way I made it today was about 50 grams of protein. You got about 20 grams of carbs and 11 grams of fat. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.